Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new Sunday stream. It is the weekly close. I'm wearing my favorite suspenders as always. I like these because it's a special day. It's a very special week so far because altcoins are finally making moves. Altcoins are finally making moves. Let me show you on the chart quickly what we're talking about. Let me quickly show you, because Ethereum, guys, as I mentioned in many videos, is the one to watch. Ethereum is the one to watch. Here we have the Ethereum chart, and it went above the previous all-time high at about 4,800. And now I have to go to like the 5-minute chart. It's crazy. It keeps going up and up and up and up and up. We're back, boys. We're totally back now. So Ethereum is currently sitting at about 4,900. And the big next target, of course, that everybody's talking about is $5,000. So I'm getting very excited about just the fact that Ethereum is moving, and not just Ethereum, because I think also Pete just mentioned that as well. Bitcoin dominance, it's dropping, and especially this is what we're waiting for, right? Acceleration of a drop. Are we completely out of the woods? Well, there is quite a bit of, resistance here. You can see that we struggled at about this level in the past, but I do feel it's more like this here, that we are finally breaking loose of the Bitcoin dominance. Basically, what I read also online, if you take a look, for example, on posts on X, or if you take a look at YouTube comments, people are slowly moving away from Bitcoin to altcoins. It's getting very clear. Even the most bullish Bitcoin people like Benjamin Cowan, they are now talking about, maybe Ethereum is the one where you can make the money. And after Ethereum, we can see continuation of this narrative that you can actually earn more Ethereum by investing into even smaller altcoins. And you can earn even more of those smaller altcoins if you go into even smaller altcoins. That is in the end how we're going to get a bubble. Very risky, especially because what I do often see in these last parts of the bull cycles, that we get more and more and more leverage. But crazy, guys. Currently 57% Bitcoin dominance. 57%. This acceleration of the drop is very, very exciting. How are you guys doing? Are you strapped in? Because we also talked about Cronos a lot in this channel, and we have some exciting announcements today. But before we go for that exciting announcement, let me quickly remind ourselves that we are still on track for $1. We have some struggles now at about 16 cents. We are now actually above 16 cents, which is very nice. But I want to show you the following fractal, and we talk a lot about this fractal, but it is just so fitting. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I think a few weeks ago we talked about the 2021 fractal. So basically the copy of the 2021 move to $1. The final rally, we also call it. The final rally. And so far it's been basically a pretty much perfect copy of what we are doing now. Because you can see it here. Let me quickly zoom in a bit more. You can see here, we started off the race is a bit too quick, because we we went to 70 cents, not really in sync with this line. But now the last few days have been so perfect. You can see, right? You can see that we've been following this uptrend as expected by the 2021 fractal. It's absolutely amazing. So if you follow this fractal, I think somebody asked when 20 cents. Billy C, welcome Billy, by the way. Zelinka as well, welcome, guys. Good to see you. Billy's asking when 20 cents. Well, if we follow this fractal, 20 cents we could reach as early as September 8th. And September sounds like ages away, but September is 2 weeks out. 2 weeks. Are we going to see CRO at 20 cents in 2 weeks? I think it's very much possible. I think it's very, very much possible. I do also think, and it's really funny, guys, it is also shown here. It's really shown here on this fractal, is that we also do expect a bit of a dump later on. Bit of a dump around the end of September. Because September, some people call it really the, how's it called again? Rectember. Bad month. Historically, it's quite a bad month. But sometimes when you see rallies first, beginning of September, leading in, like the narrative leading up until the rate cut on the 17th of September, there could be a lot of good momentum. But then we have maybe a bit of a sell the news event following the 17th of September. So maybe, guys, we have a great rally until the beginning of September, and then we might have a bit of a rejection there. But let's see. Of course, guys, as I mentioned earlier, it's not a perfect copy, but as long as it rhymes like it does now, I think it's quite a decent indicator of what's maybe about to come. Because again, remember, guys, it's all about psychological levels. People want to take profit. It already happened. Literally, it already happened back in 2021. So the same emotions, the same people, the same psychological levels are still in play. That's also why this fractal is so powerful. I'm just very happy. Good to see you guys. Matt Breezy, welcome. Do we think we'll see a good trap when the institutions wake up with the market tomorrow? Good question. I don't know. What we are creating now for ETH specifically, because ETH is slowly moving towards almost $5,000. We are creating a bit of a CME gap for the ETH ETFs, but I don't really care. I think currently, guys, like there might be a bit of a dip. I mean, every time we go to, I think today we might actually go to 5,000, maybe in this stream, but we might also get a bit of a rejection, you know, maybe back to 4,800. Wouldn't be bad at all. Overall, guys, the market is pumping. It is also realizing we are in the final phase. We are now in the final phase of the bull market. If I take a look at my timelines, my expected timeline for a Bitcoin all-time high, we don't have that much time left, guys. We don't have that much time left. Bitcoin all-time high, green line. Pro all-time high, purple line. According to the daily chart, it is about 50 more days for Bitcoin and about 60 more days for Crow. 60 more days. Get ready, guys. Make sure you're strapped in. Don't forget to also hit the like button and welcome. Let's quickly take a look at some questions, guys. Welcome, by the way, Evie. Don't please fall off a stair, please. Oh, poor girl. And Fields, can you go over why Crypto.com and Crypto.com exchange prices are different and why they do it? I don't get it 100%. It's a good question, Enfield. So it's actually really simple. You got the exchange, which is made for traders. It is made for professionals in mind. The app is made for simplicity. So you pay in the app for the convenience, and that's a bit more. And if you take a look at the exchange, it's a lot more bare bones. So you don't get all the simplicity of quick market orders, always liquidity, no order books, right? It's really, really easy. So you pay for convenience. And if you use the exchange, it's back to the bare bones. You have to take a look at the order books yourselves. You have to pay, I think, a minimal fee. I think up to, I pay 0 fees actually for Crow specifically. So it really depends also what you're trading and also what kind of contests are available. Because that's also a thing. If you take a look at the contests on the Crypto.com app site, the main app, there are a lot of ways that if you make a trade, you can earn money back. That's not happening that much on the exchange side. So if you play your cards well, and you make a trade in the Crypto.com app during an event, you typically don't really pay a lot of fees because you earn a lot back as well during the trade. So always take a look what events are going on. Sometimes if there is a crazy event going on, like buy Crow now and get like $20 worth of ETH, or they do have some kind of crazy things sometimes, then it's actually quite worth using the app. So from time to time, I also trade on the app just to do these events. By the way, also interesting, Bitcoin below 150. But apparently Ethereum doesn't really mind that now Bitcoin is still below 115. Crazy. Robenti, welcome. Chaotic, welcome as well. Samurai. Do you think Loaded Lion will follow Crow? Mr. Motors is asking. In some way and form, I think basically the whole market is now following Ethereum first. So I do believe, guys, what we have just talked about a bit early in the stream is that Bitcoin dominance, it is not just Ethereum. It is basically the whole crypto market. And I can also show you that because if we go now to CoinMarketCap, and let me bring up the chart. Oh, what just happened? I'm green. Hello. You're welcome, Anfields. You're welcome. Are we back? We are back, boys. So let's go to CoinMarketCap now. Because here we got CoinMarketCap. You can see that today, red Bitcoin, and Ethereum, green. XRP, green. Tether, yeah, that's of course a stable coin. The only red coin I see today is, I think, BNB. But BNB is red because I think yesterday it already went to a new all-time high. So everything is in the green except for Bitcoin, which is, of course, quite strange. But that's, guys, because Bitcoin is losing its dominance. It's time to go into alts. And that's really the exciting time. The interesting time as well, the interesting thing about altcoin season as well is that basically it can't go wrong. Like, we have seen monkeys make predictions. We've seen people using 8 balls make predictions. And what you will see is that basically a lot of coins are going up. Like crazy gains. Like this random coin you might have heard about once or twice might go up 5x. And then you might say, hey, well, why is my token not going up? Why is not Cronos going up a lot more? And often, guys, we don't know. So sometimes this random token starts pumping in this one and this one. And then Crow might be still. It might be not doing nothing. But in the end, it makes big moves, typically. Cronos was the last one to make a big move back in 2021. So I still believe it will do so as well. You can see this move. It started very late in the cycle, in October, end of October. So maybe, guys, altcoin season might come late for Cronos. But I still think we're right on track. What we talked about a bit earlier, you can see the fractal, it's moving up. It's following it. It's getting there. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. Do you run any sort of miners? I don't do any mining myself anymore. I did in the Ethereum days, but unfortunately these days Ethereum is proof of stake. We can hear you. Good. I'm not doing any miners of those, Pete. No. Oh, feeling sick, Sanja. Get better, man. The good thing about being sick, though, is you can watch charts all day long. I want to say one thing, though, guys. You guys are here early, right? I've mentioned this a few times. So this is the rainbow chart for CRO. This is the rainbow chart. And the rainbow chart is now in the final days, I believe. In the final days of being in the green. And I do believe this time it's for real. Like, I was talking about it here. But unfortunately, we have these waves for Crow. Crow always has these waves. But this might be the final time, at least for the rest of 2025, that we are in the green zone. So the cheap buy zone. I'm still debating if I should do a bit more leverage to buy more. But I'm actually quite happy. So make sure you are happy with your allocations. Make sure you have your plan. Because at some point, it will become, I think, too expensive to buy in. At least according to the rainbow chart. So personally, guys, I won't be buying any more above 44 cents. After that, we are above the fair value zone. But I do believe it will go higher. I do believe, guys, crypto always creates bubbles. And the bubbles are when you have to take profit. You can still mine on your PC. I part-time mine Doge with my CPU. I taken a look at the profitability of that, Pete, and I saw with my very high energy cost here. I think we pay like 30 cents per kilowatt hour. Hey, Oscar, welcome, dude. It's feeling great, man. Everything is going up. And as we speak, by the way, as we speak, CRO is going up to 1620. So it's going up beautifully. It is going up beautifully. So if we follow this, guys, again, 20 cents by October, or by beginning of September. Ain't that beautiful? Good thing, by the way, we're talking about exciting announcements, and Oscar is here. We have talking about a new date for, what is it called? The Crowcast again. So if you guys are looking forward to a more podcast-style discussion with your favorite creators on Cronos and, you know, crypto in general, I think we should be doing it on the next Thursday. So stay tuned. Will be happening on the channel of Oscar. So check it out. Give him a follow. Give him a like. So you don't miss out on that podcast. And while we're making some crazy announcements, you guys might have heard that, well, I was a bit critical on the Cronos team because the Cronos team, they made a promise. They made a promise for an updated roadmap, a renewed roadmap with a new vision. And I just messaged basically Mirko, the head of Cronos, and now we actually have a date. We have a date for an AMA. What we will be doing, I will make a video. And if you make a comment on that video with a question, any question about Cronos, I will make sure to ask them. I don't know if I have time. I have about 30 minutes, I think, in that session to ask Cronos, the Cronos team, so including Mirko, but also Emily, about, you know, whatever. So AMA incoming. So guys, prepare your questions. I will be making this video soon. You can actually have some time also to think about, you know, what do you want to know? Is it something about the roadmap? Is it something about the chain? Is it something about burns? The burn question, of course, is still a very hot topic. Unburns, also still a very hot topic. I don't know though, the last time Mirko didn't really want to talk that much about it. So there might be questions I will be asking them, but you might get like a bad answer. You might get a bad answer because Mirko unfortunately cannot talk about everything. But I at least hope he will be sharing some cool details, some bit of alpha, right? Because that's what we're here for. We're here to learn, right? We're here to learn, to get things that the normal people, normal retail don't know yet. And that's actually why I'm so freaking excited about Cronos, right? Because what we know, what we really just do know here is that there are things coming. We made a video about this. Like, we still are waiting in the next month for the Crypto.com stablecoin. We just had the trademark. We just had the 1S, 1C trademark for the logo in the EU. So it's coming very soon, I do believe. Might it be delayed? It might. It might be delayed, guys. We have the ETF approval. So that one is very exciting. What else do we have? We have still the planned burn. So 3 major things still coming. Majority of the market don't know this yet. So let's see. Can Crow hit 180 this cycle? Well, according to the rainbow chart, God's promise, it's in the red zone. So it's in the bubble. It's in the bubble. 180 is exactly, by the way, this line, which is very interesting. This dotted line. So what we see, guys, is that these lines, like the solid ones, are hard support or resistance. And also these lines are, well, a bit less, but also quite hard support or resistance. That's also what you see here, right? We tried to break below this line, but we couldn't. So it held as support. And in the past, it has been resistance here. We couldn't break above it. Here we couldn't break above it. So, guys, these dotted lines, these trend lines, logarithmic trend lines, by the way, monotonically increasing. So there's also something to remind yourself of. But yeah, this 180 is exactly at about this line. So it's in the bubble territory, but in the somewhat lower bubble territory. Yes, finally. We need a new Crowcast. So much to talk about. So much to talk about. I'm thinking about exiting about around 80 cents. Might leave a moon back, but 80 cents is my break even. Break even at 80 cents? Did you buy in at about 80 cents in 2021, Mr. Rabenti? Crazy, man. That's some bad luck. I'm not gonna lie there. Yeah, 80 cents. I think it's an achievable target. It's in the yellow zone here. It's in the yellow zone, so definitely a good one. Again, guys, I don't give any financial advice. I just take a look at the tools, publicly available. So let's just see what we can learn together. But of course, always make your own decisions. Always make your own decisions. We do need some good answers, yeah. I do agree. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to put pressure on Mirko. I'm going to put some pressure on Mirko, but, you know, it's not like, how do you say that? I'm not like the mafia. I'm not going to use torture to get my answers if I need them. Hey, Chris, welcome. ETH season has begun. Absolutely, sir. Abso-freaking-lutely. This is like literally the most fun in the market, guys. This is what we call exploration time. We literally don't know we don't know where it's heading. We don't know what's going to happen. There is no historic support or resistance. It's just going up and up and up and up, but we don't know when it will stop and when it will go up again. I do hope at some point we will see some more moves also for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the fun thing, guys, Bitcoin is losing quite a lot of heat now. And I am curious if at some point this will also hurt the upwards moves by Ethereum and also Cronos. But so far, doesn't matter. Bitcoin going down, altcoins going up. It's going quite crazy, guys, today. I do believe we might hit, in this stream, $5,000 for Ethereum. It is stalling a bit now, though, but it's very exciting. It is very exciting. Oh, I started trading in February, Robenti is saying. Lost a lot in futures, but I left the back of CRO for break even. Ooh. That's actually a good lesson for all of us, guys. So I understand, like, it's like really interesting. So if you use leverage, let's say you have 10x leverage. Sounds quite low, right? Sounds quite low. If you actually have like a 10% move to the upside, so let's say Ethereum goes up 10%, goes to above what is 10%? About 5,500, right? Sounds quite achievable. If it goes up 10%, you doubled your money with 10x leverage. However, and this is the tricky part, if Ethereum goes down 10%, you lose everything. So if Ethereum goes back to, what is it? 4,300, and guys, that happens. Minus 10% happens. You lose everything. So of course, the gains are great, but you can also lose everything. And also, futures trading typically does also come with fees. There is always one winner. There's always one winner in the casino, and that's the casino. And a few great traders, of course. So what I like, there are some platforms, I don't know which ones, but some platforms have like demo trading. Try demo trading. And once you did like, hey, I completed my demo trading with futures, try like little small amounts. Don't put your whole bag in. I know it's very tempting. Like, hey, I made a win. I doubled my $10. But it doesn't mean if you can double your $10 that you can also double your $10,000. You can, but it's super risky. So always, guys, think. I know men like to think with their, thing down there, but shut off those emotions. Shut them off. TradingView offers demo trading. Okay, didn't even know that. So guys, use TradingView. Hey, Night Gaming. Night, is that? I'm just curious. Is that like the 12th month? I don't know that color. I think that's a 12-month badge. I'm just trapping in for you, sir. Thank you so much for coming. All these streams. What's up, guys? I do get a lot of different questions today, so hey, Zeeland represent. Like the village in Robenti, the village in like Brabant, or like the province? CRO to 20 cents from here is only a 24% increase. We could do that in a few days of regular daily growth. Indeed, it's getting so close. Getting so freaking close, guys. Samurai, Coin Baron, if CRO reaches $1, do you think Moon will get to 1 cent? I don't know the current price of Moon. Can I find that here? Can I find out here? CRO Moon flow. Fortunately, I can't find it on TradingView, so we're going to talk about it a different time. I don't know if it's 1 cent. I think if like CRO goes up 10x, I think tokens on the Cronos chain can also go up 10x. That's typically what happens. And sometimes they outperform, sometimes they do not outperform. But I think on average, most of the tokens on the Cronos chain will do a 10x. Hello, sir. My boyfriend is asking when alt season is coming. It's coming now. We're getting there, AV. We're getting there. We're getting there, sir. You see this here? We're now breaking down. And what we've seen multiple times, every time we hit something like this purple area, we call this altcoin season. But in the end, typically like we only know this like when it's done. So we look back at it like, yeah, that was alt season. Or that was the beginning of alt season. There are a few tools though. And let me bring up a different tool that I like to use. That's the altcoin season index. And let me bring it up, guys. So the question is, right, according to the index, it's not altcoin season. Once this value here hits 75, we call it officially an altcoin season according to the index. So we're not there yet, but what I find interesting is the trend, right? It's a trend. It's going up and up and up and up. We're only at 63, so there's not much stopping it from going to 75 and higher. But do remind yourself, guys, typically like we stay there not for a very long time. It is altcoin season and out again. Hey, John. Where should I cash out my CRO? Where are you cashing out? What I typically do, John, and of course no financial advice, but I stable out. Like I try to use USDC, USDT, stable coins typically. You can leave them on the exchange and you do get like interest as well. So, or you can just actually go to actual US dollars, or this is one I don't hear many people talk about, but I've heard some people say, I cash out in gold. You can apparently buy gold with crypto these days. So maybe something you want to do if you guys like gold. Maybe you can actually buy like a Ferrari. Cash out in Ferraris. I would like that as well. Or Lambo. I'm quite sure, guys, one of those people in here right now watching this video or watching this live stream is probably going to buy a Lamborghini near the end of this cycle. Or maybe a different supercar. Do you think I made a mistake locking up 5.6 billion VVS for 4 years? I typically don't like locking up anyway, so I don't know what the APR is, God's promise. So far, the VVS token has not really shown a lot of strength. I don't know. I literally don't know, God's promise. Typically, though, I don't like to lock up. Having said that, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, and I have to find this tweet. I do have to find this tweet quickly. Or is it crypto.com? Crypto.com. There we go. This is quite exciting if you hold CRO. And let me guys know what you think about this. This one here. You can see. Limited time offer. Receive 20% annually on your CRO. No rewards cap. First come, first serve. Until the 3rd of August. The 30th of August, so about 6 more days, you can actually get 20% interest on your CRO. The highest you typically get is about 8% on the exchange, and then about 7% with staking. So 20% is a crazy offer. But what's the catch? Well, you have to lock it up for a year. 1 year lockup. Am I doing this? So I'm going to be very honest, guys. I'm not going to do this. Why? I wanna cash out. That's simple. So I'm not doing this. But if you don't want to, don't want to have the struggle, don't want to have the stress of, when to cash out, when to cash in. I also get that. Like, if you just want to do a steady DCA approach and you think, well, this is my hodl back, this is my pension. I don't know if you should, use crypto as pension. Maybe. 401k in CRO, why not? Yeah, but if you think that way, right? I mean, there's a legit way of, CRO being linked to an exchange. So it's definitely one of the blue chips in my personal opinion. If you think, well, 20%, I'm not going to make that with trading myself. Well, do it. Do it. Kabessi's letter posted a tweet today. They will always be tweeting to me. Oh, the post, yeah. Guys, Twitter is dead. Call it X. Yeah, but I find also it's a post, but yeah, I call also a tweet. Kabessi, though, posted that earlier showing that when the Fed cut rates within 2% of an all-time high, then 20 out of 20 times, so 100% of times, the S&P is higher 12 months later. Huh. Interesting. Well, typically, guys, I think 12 months is quite interesting because we just talked about, a yearly lockup. But the S&P is pretty much linked to big. Ooh, at this moment, by the way, Bitcoin is dumping quite a bit. That's unfortunate. Big dump now by Bitcoin, and also that brings down Cronos a little bit. So Cronos now, where is it? At about 16 cents. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It is interesting now because it's right at some resistance here, this downward trend line. So CRO is holding on. Hopefully we break the 20-cent level before we got all the good news. I don't know. If we do, I don't think in the big picture it will matter in the end. Like if we get it before or after the news, as long as we break it. A lot of people are speaking negatively about the 20% lockup. I know it's the bull run, but still, I think with all this new stuff that has been introduced, this run, the 20% is definitely not a bad idea. It's all about your strategy, right? It's all about your strategy. If you are here to hold on, because you see, whoa, Bitcoin is dumping like big. Hello. What's happening, boys and girls? I don't want to see this. Not during a Coin Baron live stream. Why Bitcoin? Why? What's happening? Am I missing some breaking news? Well, this is only, guys, a 5-minute chart, so things look very dramatic, but in all honesty, it isn't that dramatic. The only thing, it brings down CRO below 16 cents now. So let's see where this will actually bring us, because this is happening now live. And the interesting thing is there's low liquidity typically on Sundays. So this is still the weekend. People are not really not really putting a lot of attention at the market, but it's going down now. It's kind of like we're fully retracing the pump we had on last Friday. Last Friday was crazy, by the way. Like the feeling of Ethereum going to an all-time high. Oh, while this is happening, oh, I can see what's happening now. Oh no, actually not. I quickly thought that Ethereum went to almost $5,000, but no, not the case. Not the case, unfortunately. Let's see. So this is actually quite an important line typically, but not for the 5-minute chart. I think the biggest thing we care about is the burn. So if anyone wondering that missed it, whoa, it's going quick now, guys. Did I miss any news? Interesting. It's not all that bad, guys, honestly. 12,000 Bitcoin. But it is bringing down CRO as well, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think what's right though, what Billy is saying though, so Bitcoin is going down, Ethereum is still staying up. I mean, it's quite impressive that Bitcoin is going down today. What is it, minus 5% or minus 3%? And Ethereum is still up about plus 0.60. At this minute though, CRO is also going down. Oh, this is actually this is not the coin baron effect, guys. But we just talked about it, right? We just talked about it. That's why we do not typically do leverage trading here, because we talked about going down minus 10%. Well, we are already down 40% or 4%. So if you just open the long here with like 25x leverage, you might have been liquidated here. But this is actually quite a typical thing that now happens, right? Let me quickly explain this to you if you're new to trading. So you can see really that this is really a box. I would say this is a box here. What just happened? Okay, for some reason I deleted my Ethereum chart. Whoa, what's going on? We're below 11,000 now. This is all happening live, guys, so things are escalating quickly. Yeah, good to have a live example on how to get liquidated on a 20x futures contract. Yeah. Really interesting. So it really went to the bottom here, actually, of this little flag pattern that we have. 11. So this is basically a triple bottom now. This escalated really quickly. Interesting. And we're bouncing back up again. Okay. Above 12,000 again. So what just happened? Maybe El Salvador sold all the Bitcoin. What did you do, Baron? I think I forgot to flush the toilet or something like that. Been naughty today. Still though, I'm actually quite happy to see that Cronos is still quite happily up, like 15.75. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. This is the craziest wick ever. Like, is this Sunday manipulation? Like, we just went down like a few $1,000s and now we're getting up a few $1,000s again in a 5-minute candle. What just happened here? What just happened here? I'm honestly, guys, out of words here. What is Ethereum doing? Let me quickly bring it up again. Yeah, Ethereum is also back. What I was talking about for Ethereum specifically is actually that we have a bit of a box here, a liquidity box. You can see that we've been trading a lot within like this structure here. So if it retraces, typically likes to find in this box here, it tries to find liquidity. And it just did that. It just grabbed some liquidity. But I still think the overall trend is up for Ethereum. What just happened here? I'm honestly, guys, out of words. Just it's going up again. It's almost back above 13,000 again. I tried to put in a quick scalp on the rebound, but they don't even give me a quote. I think the markets are like, yeah, what just happened here? Black Sea got liquidated? Yeah, I get it. Like this guy is also crypto, right? This is also crypto. And the fun thing about this as well is that people now are getting scared. Like the bull market is over. The bull market is over. And I want to remind you guys once more that the bull market typically hasn't flashed any indication yet of a peak. You do see here a bit of a double top, but that's not the typical bull market end. Not the typical bull market end. Is it over? I don't think so, Kickback. I don't think so, because if you take a look at, let me find if I can, let me check if I can find it. I don't think we're yet in the bear market, and let me show you why. Let me show you why. This basically is a checklist. This is a checklist of bull market peak indications. And we talk a lot about the individuals on the channel. What you can see here is that we do have like a lot of different indicators. And you can see that all these indicators are showing a red cross, meaning no peak has been indicated by this indicator. And the indicators, guys, are of course make mistakes. But if all 30 indicators say, well, we haven't seen a peak yet for crypto, the chance of it being a peak is very, very little. Very little. For anyone just joining in, I don't know what just happened with Bitcoin. I literally have zero clue. It's a scary day. But yeah, maybe I have to check Twitter or something like that, because this is like, it feels like major manipulation. Major manipulation. The good thing though is that we're now basically are we creating a CME gap, like a positive one? I think we'll quickly rebound back when the markets open on Monday again. Because guys, remember, today is Sunday. Again, many people are not trading. Many people are just chilling today. It's a beautiful day. One of the final good days in the summer, I would say. So not many people are paying attention. Hey, good evening, Coin Baron. Hey, Nasty. Crap in. Good evening, Coin Baron. What does line perpetual contract going live in the derivatives exchange mean exactly? Well, we talked a bit about this earlier, but you can do leverage trading now. You can do leverage trading online, meaning if you predict that line will go up like 10% in a few days, you can leverage your position with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think up to 10x. So you basically borrow money from the exchange. You borrow money from them temporarily. So if it actually makes 10x, you get not 10x. If you make, you say it goes up 10%, you want to take profit. You want to take profit at 10%, and you have 10x amount of leverage, so 10x amount of loans basically from crypto.com. You get all the profit you made with the loaned money. The opposite though, if it goes minus 10%, you lose all the money. So that's kind of the bet you're taking. And we're back above 113,000, guys. It's going crazy quick. Like this screams manipulation on a Sunday. A few whales maybe trying to liquidate. Was it CZ? Was it CZ? Okay, let me check, guys. So no, I don't think it's a bear market yet. I definitely don't think it's a bear market yet. We do have a rocket launch, but we just have the crypto markets just experienced a crash, but this is actually a cool launch. Let me see. Anyone talking about this? Oh, we also, by the way, have the Loaded Lion main city event now running. Oh, by the way, also don't forget to do this, guys. If you have an X account, you make sure you give a follow and a like and a retweet to Chris, so you can actually potentially win 1 ETH. Quite cool. Quite cool. So apparently CZ was talking about it. CZ? What is CZ saying? Nothing. Fake news. Oh, there was an explosion. Bitcoin got hacked, Joseph? I don't think so. Bitcoin got hacked. That would be a cool headline, though. What bull market, lol? If it was a bull we were in, it was the worst ever. The bull hasn't even begun. Bitcoin will lose dominance, ETH will run, and alts will follow. Well, it depends, of course, on your point of view. But if you take a look, if you have been holding Bitcoin mainly, of course, it's been a beautiful bull run so far. From the lows, we're up about almost 10x. If you guys bought here, you bought a dip below 20k, you're up about, 500%. Definitely bull market to me, but I understand where you're coming from, Kevin, because it's all about the altcoins. The altcoins are lacking behind. And that is about to change soon, I do believe. Oh no, we go again, guys. It's happening again. That's why I don't do leverage. It's the unpredictability of the market, guys. Honestly, it's crazy. But it's also why we love crypto, because it does this right, it does it to the downside, but it also does it to the upside. It also does it to the upside. I don't really think that Bitcoin and crypto in general is yet a truly mature market like the S&P. I would say I agree with this one. Kevin, strap in, sir. Strap in. And it's a Sunday, so maybe drink a little beer as well. The only thing which I'm sad about today is really that Ethereum won't set, guys, a new all-time high at $5,000, I think, in the stream anymore. I don't think it will do this in the stream. We have a stream, guys, every Sunday from 9 till 10 p.m. Amsterdam time. So strap in. Also on Thursday. And also don't forget to hit the like button, by the way. If you're here, welcome. The CME for Bitcoin closed at about 116.85 on Friday. Interesting. Let's fill it. Let's fill it. Yeah, exactly. So what Peter's saying, guys, with a CME gap to the upside, we basically have more encouragement for the price to go up when the market's open. Alessandro, after ETH party, we'll see a CRO party. Very soon, sir. Very soon. For anyone, by the way, missed it, so we'll be doing an AMA, I will be doing an interview session with Wolfswap, by the way, the guys from Wolfswap, with Mirko, the head of Cronos, the head of Cronos chain. So I will be making a video soon. If you have any specific questions, write them up somewhere. I will be posting a video about that, and in the comments, I will use like the most liked questions for a video. Oh, not for the video. I will use them for the interview. So if you have any good questions, write them up and let me know in the comments when the video goes live. And also Crowcast coming up soon. Okay, Ethereum is also back above 4,800. We're basically getting back to the previous all-time high of 2021, which is beautiful. Let's test it for support. We basically did that. We have now actually cemented the previous all-time high as support, so we can actually move up again. That's my thesis. If Bitcoin can actually also, can stop doing things like this, please. The fun thing is, when Bitcoin is just, doing a minor correction to the downside, altcoins can rally. But if Bitcoin is going down like this, altcoins cannot rally. So we do need a steady Bitcoin, steady or small decline. We need a rallying Ethereum. That's the perfect recipe for altcoin season. You have a giveaway as well. Actually, Marika, coming soon. I'm in talks with the guys at crypto.com for some giveaways, so coming very soon. And maybe we have to do some giveaways with the suspenders. We have to strap in, guys, so maybe we'll do that as well in the future. Joseph is saying V-shaped recovery. I like that. Potentially. Chaotic already has a pair. True that. SpaceX is launching the 10th flight of Starship around 1 a.m. EU time. So it hasn't exploded yet. Okay. It's about to explode then. It's about to explode. Oh no. Ethereum is going down again, ladies and gentlemen. And when it goes quick. Interesting. Just a bunch of grown men and women watching a chart here of red candles to the downside. It's really interesting. We take hours. We take hours to slowly build up, and when we take a few minutes to go down. Let's be careful drawing and talking about rockets. Oh yeah, I remember again. No more rockets. Thoughts about Pengu? I think a bit of talk about memes. Again, I'm not like a meme coin expert. I'm not a meme coin expert, but I think this will be quite a fierce battle. The battle between Pepe and Pengu. Pengu has been around for a long time, has an NFT collection, has more backing. Well, Pepe is like a more traditional meme. So I think this will be the battle of the ages, or the battle of the cycle. Pepe versus Pengu. So far, Pepe is winning, but Pengu is definitely gaining more ground. So I'm watching it from the sidelines. I don't have any. Oh well, I actually do have a bit of Pengu, because if you guys don't know, if you do the airdrop arena, sometimes you get some crazy tokens. And I think we've had the Pepe airdrop arena, and we also have had the Pengu airdrop arena. So I now have both tokens. So if you have spare Cronos, you can use it on the airdrop arena or also on the supercharger. So don't forget to check these platforms out as well. CRO party in the Netherlands. So for anyone who doesn't know, we are going to Bitcoin Amsterdam. We're doing a meetup in Amsterdam, basically, in the sugar factory. So it's happening, I think, on the 14th and 15th of November. So I will be in Amsterdam. I have to still book a hotel, but I will be there. But if you think about, the 14th and 15th of November, let's take a quick peek at the fractal. What's the fractal saying about the 14th of November? According to the fractal, CRO is... Where is it? At about 35 cents and still moving up. Okay, not yet at $1. But of course, guys, this fractal is just not an exact copy, of course. We typically don't get an exact copy, but something around these lines might be correct. But potentially we are trading at about 40 cents, so I think we might be getting quite euphoric at around that stage. Just Pengu just ended. Now Pepe is in the arena. Okay, so I'm getting both Pengu and Pepe. Well, we'll see in the end. I'm not selling my meme bags. I got them for free, so why should I? I don't like this, by the way. Bitcoin is still not really showing any strength. So you can see here that Bitcoin is moving to the downside. Sometimes a little bit of a green candle, but the overall trend for like the past 5 minutes is still down. So there are some forces at play that I think want to shake out some more money. So let's see. We're all busy talking about a bull market, and August haven't even closed yet. Don't forget, Thursday I was talking about wanting a red August so that we get a more likely green September. Well, we still have about 5 more days, or 7 more days for August to end. So, I mean, I think fundamentally we could be going up for Bitcoin soon. But like sometimes Bitcoin needs like a big reset before it moves up again to like a big new level. So is it still possible that we go below 100K? I think it's still possible. He was talking about 106 or 107. But it's somewhat scary. I just completely missed what happened here. Like this big wick to the downside. Just scary. God's promise. Yeah, there was definitely a bit of manipulation there. It felt that way. How's Ben been? How has Ben been so right? He got bullish on ETH. Now it's almost at 5k from 1.4k. Well, I actually think Ben made quite some mistakes. He was too bullish on Bitcoin dominance for too long, and I think it won't make a comeback. And now, after the fact, after he saw Ethereum rallying, yeah, he was making the call like Ethereum this, Ethereum that. In all honesty, though, he did say ETH should go home. It did go home in the end. But I don't know. I think he's a bit too focused on the things he said right instead of the things he said wrong. But in the end, though, we're all human. We want to celebrate our successes and we have to mitigate our losses. Ben is still a good guy, by the way. That was the blow off top, folks. Back down to 5k for Bitcoin. It has been fun. Exactly, Marty. Interesting. We bounced back up right at 112. So let's see the coming hours what will end up happening. But Ethereum is getting back above 4,800 again. So let's see. It's really exciting though this times. Really exciting. Anything else happening next week? I think we have some more speeches, some more data coming out. Of course, I will be making some more videos, but I don't know exactly what's happening next week. Of course, I'm going to strap in for that soon. So tomorrow, we're going to make some more videos. Thursday, we have a new video, a new live stream happening, of course. So I think we can have a quite decent look at how the month is going to end. And on Sunday, we have I think Sunday is also the last day of August. Sunday is definitely the last day of August. So I want to take a look how the month is going to close. So it's the monthly close video and also the weekly close at the same time. So very exciting. The overall take, though, that I want to share with you guys is that what is happening now with Ethereum has definitely changed the game for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is now showing a big red weekly candle. You can see here, this is massive for Bitcoin dominance. Minus 5% in a week time. And the fun thing, guys, is typically once we have like a break above the previous all-time high for any token, it can go so quickly. We have no roof, right? Think back of CRO in 2021. Once we are above the all-time high, like we don't know where to stop. There are some limits, I think, when we are getting close to 9,000. I think people are getting a bit iffy. They want maybe to sell a bit more. But overall, guys, when Ethereum has no limit, like there is no limit, the sky is the limit for Ethereum. That is when Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins start to rally, and it is fun times. And as I mentioned before, I want to give a quick warning. You might start to feel a bit euphoric. You maybe bought a small altcoin, you bought maybe 10 small altcoins, and all are making crazy gains. That doesn't mean you are a financial genius. That doesn't mean you're a financial genius. Stay grounded. Stay grounded, guys. And that's also why you have to strap in. That's why you have to hit the like button. That's why you have to subscribe, because we're here to keep each other grounded, right? Also, when I start to become too bullish, when I start to scream $5 CRO, $10 CRO, you guys have to keep me grounded as well. Please do that. Please do that. I think we're nowhere near yet to the top, though, guys. We have a few more months left. According to this chart here, we have about 60 days left. So stay chill. Stay chill. Guys, have a good one. 10 o'clock here, Amsterdam time. Enjoy. I will see you tomorrow. New video and live stream on Thursday. Have a good, guys. Have a good one. Bye, bye, bye.